All right, so welcome back to another stream. Today, what we're going to work on is the same thing that we've been working on for the last couple of Mondays, and that is the productivity app. So I'm going to try to get this all started up again for us. I think this is the one. And we're gonna run it too on the simulator. All right, so I didn't stream last Monday because I was just too tired to actually stream. So that's kind of why I did not stream that Monday, and that was also after the 12-hour straight stream, which was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. And really, like 12 hours isn't too much to actually be sitting coding. Like I've done that several times before, but just doing it in front of people and like knowing that there's people watching you, there's kind of a different element to it. So I was pretty tired after that. But let's take a look at where we were. So this is essentially going to be like where we left off on the last stream, or on that 12-hour stream. To do app, Flutter run. Okay, also I don't know if I'm running the, I don't think I'm running the server. No. Okay, so I'm not running the server. I have to start that up as well. New window. Let's go into the right folder. Projects, my projects, productivity app, no. LS to do app. Okay, and then which one did I think it's Python run.py. Yep. Okay, so that is the server is up and running. That's good. And we've got our project up. Okay, so we can log out. This is what we did last time. So we built the login screen, which is essentially now if we run the app to start, it will just show us this login screen because we haven't logged in yet. And then we can use our username. I think it was Cal. And I think the password is just 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, I don't remember the password. Okay, where did we have, we can open up, we can actually check this pretty easily by just going here and just doing select star from users, I think. Oh. Okay, so we have one user whose username is Cal, and yeah, so the password is cal123. Okay. So then we just go in to the app, paste that in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, cal 1, 2, 3. And then we sign in. Okay, users username. All right, so it didn't sign us in. Why didn't it sign us in? Cal. Let's say that the username is the same as well, so that we're not just doing a simple mistake of typing the username wrong. Okay, no, we're not. Cal, and then actually cal 1, 2, 3. Oh no, cal 1, 2, 3. Sign in. Okay. Okay, so we kind of have to fix that as well, I think, because right now the thing that didn't work was the fact that I typed in cal, so the username, and then I did a space. And because I did the space, it didn't work. So something that we need to do is type in or do something that essentially removes all the spaces, so that if there's a space at the end, then it should remove that. So that's a bug that we need to fix. Let's actually bring up a new window here. So we'll create a note just for all the like bug reports or something like that. Bugs, actually this, and then save this as bug report.yaml. Okay, so bug, typing username and a space doesn't recognize username, and then we'll have something like below that, fix remove potential spaces at the end of whatever gets sent. Okay, so that is then that bug reported somewhat, and okay, so we have that, and the next thing is going to be to, once we log in, let's log in first. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we should then get the list of tasks that this specific user has. So we need to create something both on the backend side and on the front-end side for actually like adding a task and loading different tasks. So I think we'll start with the backend and then just making sure that all of that works. And then once that works, we can get into adding it to the UI as well. Okay. All right, so we can't open up that for some reason. So now we need to download that again, I guess. I don't know. Remove from dock. Insomnia. REST. I have brew installed, so I could just do that instead. Brew cask install insomnia. Okay, so a lot of people are like asking why I started the stream late. I think the reason that you think it's late is because it's or in Sweden we've like, I think we pulled the time back an hour or something. Oh, maybe we pushed it forward. Wait, I always get confused to like where we go with the watch. It's like, I think it's, yeah, so it's winter time right now, so we pull the time back an hour. So if it would have been 1 o'clock my time a week ago, then right now it's 12 o'clock my time. So we're essentially an hour earlier, which is why if I said that I'm supposed to stream at 2 p.m. Central Europe, I think I said 1 p.m. Central European time, then that my time would be, I don't know. Right now, at least, it's 2 p.m. my time, and I know that Central European time is usually 1 hour before my time, so at 2 p.m. my time is usually 1 p.m. Central European time, but now I think maybe it's the same, I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, this is taking a long time to install. I used Insomnia to kind of test the API. That's what I'm doing right now in reinstalling that, because for some reason that didn't want to open. Okay, but let's continue with something else then. So we have the backend open here. We have our resources, record.py. Okay, this one, delete. Okay, and we have a project, register, okay. Register. I just have to kind of get back into where we were. User.py, no, we don't have anything there. Task, okay, models.py. All right, so we have tasks here. We've created that model for the database. Let's see if we have it also in the Postgres or yeah. Let's see if it's been added. Select star from tasks. Okay. So I think we do have a task here. Yeah, so we have 2 tasks for this user, and that is note is Cal Holden, and note here is Iflala, and completed is false, repeats is something else, deadline. Okay, I don't really know what this is or why or how it got created. Anyway, this is what we've got. All right, app.py tasks. Task.py. Okay, so we have, oh yeah, okay. So we have something here. And this is post message, no API key, task user ID. Seems like we might have already done that part. So I'm going to try to check just to see what this looks like in the app right now, because it seems like we may have built this already somewhere. On reorder. Log in. I'm trying to find like where I, oh, okay, I think I know where I created this now. I'm gonna guess that I created, okay, I'm a little bit split right now because I'm trying to get a couple things to work at the same time. So what I think I did, first of all, let's just uninstall this and reinstall it again and see if it will work. Insomnia. I'm sorry that this is like a little bit slow right now, but that's kind of what it's like when you're trying to set everything up again after not having looked at it for a week or two. Okay, that's installing again. I think what I did was when you use Insomnia, you can do different API requests and you can kind of test it out. So I think I did like a test where I tested adding a new task via Insomnia, and that's kind of how we can see it in the database. So that's where these tasks came from. It's from just me basically testing the API. So then that means that we can add tasks. Yeah, so here you go, you see something. Post register. Okay. Create a new one, new request, and this will be get tasks maybe. Because I think the first thing that we're going to do is just getting all of the tasks that we already have. Because right now we don't have a way to actually add a new task within the app. If we press the add button up here, nothing happens. But we have a way of displaying all the tasks. So what we're going to do is we're going to make just a quick little get request here. We're going to test that and see if we can actually get Yeah, if we can get all of the tasks. I think we already have this. I'm not super organized about this thing, it seems like. So we need to rename this thing. We can remove that. However, yeah, okay, delete. Click to confirm. Okay, and we want to rename this one. How do we rename it? Task. Okay, renamed, good. So then we can do the get request for tasks. We can get all the tasks and okay, so what we get back is this thing. Repeat 1, 2, 3, go. All right, okay. Let me think. Okay. We're rerunning it again. And what we're going to work on today is then actually getting the tasks and displaying them here to the user. So that means that it seems like that API or the backend part of that is already done, which means that we only need to basically get all the tasks. So let's see, build reorderable list, task list. Where do we have task list? Okay, get list. So this is where we want to get the list of all the tasks. Now, this is going to be some sort of, we need to do the get requests first of all, and then we also need to convert that into something. So firstly, classes, task, do we have everything that we need? Completed, reminder, Okay, completed, deadline, reminders, note, task. So the question, I think the only thing that I've left out is this part, which is the list of tasks. And that is something that we need to integrate on the backend side. So we need some sort of relationship between the notes, so that we know, like, okay, this note has all of these notes, and vice versa. Like, since a note or a task can also have tasks or a list of tasks within it, that means that we need to have some sort of like relationship between different tasks to be able to tell whether a task is like a main task or whether it's just a subtask to another task, which I'm not quite sure how to do. So the question is like, how do we formulate that question? Relationships in databases. All right, wait, maybe this doesn't matter right now. Task ID, okay, we have all that. Get task list, let's check out kind of where and how we did the different GET requests. So block, resources, API, register user, repository. Okay. So then we create something similar here, and we call this get tasks, get user tasks. And what do we use to get that? We use the API key. Okay, user block. Right now I'm just like copying things that we've done previously and just naming them essentially to what the method is going to be for getting this to work, or for what the method is going to be to get all the tasks that we want to get. So we want to tasks. We want to do a GET request. We don't send any body at all, right? Okay. Map results JSON.require. Okay. Oh. Okay, so here we need to, oh, no shit. So we need to return, this method essentially needs to return a list of tasks, or all the tasks that we have, which, how do we do that? Tasks. All right, task dot from JSON, import that. Because this one, if you look at this method, it returns a future user. But what we want to return is not a single item. So we don't want to return just a single task. like so. We want to actually return a list of tasks, which I'm not sure if we can do. Oh, wrong method. So here, this one should return a list of tasks. And so we need to know kind of what we get back. Data. Okay, so the data here will give us this, which is an array of different items. So then we want to basically loop through that array and get all the tasks and then display them to the user. Okay. So for map JSON JSON in result data. I think that is kind of what what our loop will look like, something like that. So then we can get JSON into this method, and then we just need to create a list here of task. Tasks equals a new list, and then tasks dot add return tasks, like that. Okay, so now we need to create the from JSON method within our task thing. Actually, let's also create it here. So create this publish subject user get user register user. All right, let's just try get user task. API key. User getter, or is it okay? I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. I'm just like hoping that some of this stuff is gonna work. Task getter, and then this will be task. And then we'll import that library like so. Okay. Copy this, paste it, and this should be observable task, get tasks. Task getter dot stream. Okay, and then we probably need to do the same thing here. So task getter dot close. Okay, wait. This was not the right way. So here we go. We have something called a user block here. We need to probably create another class called task block, I would guess. And then we need to do the exact same thing that we just did, but we need to do it in this separate class. So this should be task getter get tasks user tasks. Okay. Copy what we created here and then just paste that in there. But maybe we should just call that get tasks or something. Task. Okay, this should be a list. Task is in a type. So I'm not really sure that this is going to work, because I'm hoping that just essentially doing the exact same thing but just switching it for the specific thing that we're actually going to use is going to just magically work, which sometimes, maybe even most times, isn't the case. So hopefully it will work, but I'm not super confident, because we're making a lot of changes, or we're creating a lot of things at the same time just to make one thing work. And that usually means that it's going to be pretty difficult then to actually pinpoint where something goes wrong, if something does go wrong. But now we've added the get user tasks here, and we can just do final tasks block maybe equal task block. Okay, user block. Where is the error? User block. So we need to change some things because we renamed something. Again, not sure that this is the best way to do this. It feels like I don't know. I'm not super confident in using state management like this. And right now we're using block. Oh. But I hope that this is kind of how you would do it. Okay, API, that is, okay, so now the last thing that we're gonna do, just create the from JSON method, which we're gonna again check how this looks in this one, how the from JSON looks in the user class, and then we're gonna paste that because it's gonna be pretty much exactly the same, only that it's gonna be task instead of user. Okay, parse JSON. What do we need? We need title, completed, and task ID, right? Or maybe it's just ID. Actually, let's just add most of the things. So this dot deadline, this dot note. Nope, let's not add deadline actually. The reason for not adding that is because I, for some reason, have put in something like on deadline, I've put in this, which is supposed to be a date and not a word. So if we try to like parse that in this within the app, then it's gonna just do something really strange, which we can just fix that by adding a proper date into the database. But right now I don't really. There's something on the window. Wait. Okay. So I think it was like a bird or something that was trying to get in through the window. Anyway. Okay, let's note is what we want. Okay, so we have note ID. Okay, ID. Note reminders user ID 1. Okay, doesn't really matter. All right, there we go. I think we have everything that we need. Okay. So now we just need to test this, I guess. Let's see that everything is the way that it should be. I think so. All right. So now let's look at, is it main? Okay, future sign in user get API key. Okay, I think this is probably the closest thing to what we actually want. Or wait, in tray page, here we go. Task list, this is going to be a future. Let me think. Main page. Log in, sign in user. Okay, let's do something like this. Final PI key. Because we need to have some sort of access to the API key. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Intro page. No. So we want this to be up here, and we'll add it like so, and then intro page, this dot API key. Okay, so that means that when we initiate this page, we need to also provide the API key, which we will do somewhere, wherever we, let's search for it. Main.dart, here we go, intro page, and then API key, this dot a. Get API key from string. Okay, maybe this will work. Intro page. All right. Get list. So somehow we need to actually get the list of all of the tasks, which I'm not quite sure how to do in the proper way. Build reorderable list, task list. Okay, so we probably need a future builder. So we're gonna have something here as well. That's gonna be tasks, task list, and then this one will be where we get the task list. So task block, widget.api key. Okay, so then list tasks, task equal task block.get user task, return tasks. Okay, I think that is how we're gonna get the tasks, and then in here we need to change this to be actually a future builder instead, or for the child to be a future builder. Future builder, future equals get list, I think. Builder, build. Okay, I just need to check how we did it with the future builders. Future builder, main.dart, here we go. Future builder, builder, build context, async snapshot. All right, so we're gonna we're gonna paste this, whatever I have saved. Okay, that's what I had saved. And then we're gonna copy all of this. And we're gonna paste it in here. Okay. We do not care about task list equals snapshot. Okay, and then this is what should be returned, I guess. Okay, and then in here we just need to type in list task list. Okay, now will this work straight away? I'm not sure. Okay, reorder them. Let's just run that and hope that it works straight away. If this works straight away, I would definitely be very, very surprised. Okay, what is the error that we get? Okay, the following, no such method error, future builder dynamic. The getter length was called on null. My future builder dynamic. Main.dart 5325. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what that kind of thing was. What that error is. No data. Where does it print no data? Okay, let's log out. Okay, it still gives us that error now for some reason. No such method, and it seems to be here, so that seems to be right here. this is where we're running into some sort of error. Which I don't know why we're getting that error. Like, we're only getting 200 or 201s on the database side, which should mean that it's all good. 1, 2, 3. If snapshot.hasData print API key. All right, so here all of a sudden it prints the API key for us. And then I don't know what happens after that. Print here API key plus widget.api key. And then just do a couple of spaces so that we don't, or so that we actually can see this, can find it, I mean. Okay. Okay, so it does seem like we're actually getting the API key to go in here, but then something happens after that that's like not working. Get user tasks, widget.api key. Let's just do this, print. This is kind of where I think building all that stuff out that we just coded out and not testing any part of it before you actually run it for the first time, it's a really bad idea, because now it's like, okay, where do we actually go wrong? It's quite difficult to find the specific spot where something happens. So we get in here, which is good. But still, like, it doesn't seem like this is actually where we're running into errors. Seems like it's somewhere else. But we're gonna check it anyway, just to make sure that this is not where we're running into errors. Authorize.dart. All right, I'll look in the chat for a little bit. Your list there, you will find the error. The builder needs item count, which is snapshot.length. Okay. I will listen to you. So I'm guessing that is in here, right? Main.dart and then 53, so somewhere here. Snapshot.data.length question mark 0. Item count after builder. Okay, so is there something here called item? Oh. Before if snapshot.has data. So item count.snapshot data. Not sure like where you mean, because item count after builder because I can't really find a place where that would get put. Snapshot equals null. Snapshot of . So do you mean I should do if snapshot dot data dot length is equal to 0 or something? Okay. Let's go to this one. I just want to see if we can actually get this. Wait. Okay, so I should pass item count as an argument to the builder. So int item count or something. In your future builder return, you can use listview.builder, and then you need to use item count. Because you're returning a list of items or data. Future builder return, you can return listview.builder. But why did this work before then? Listview.builder. I think we're maybe on different pages, because this is not the page that has all of the items. This is the page that has just either the login screen or the site. It either shows the home page or it shows the login screen, and get home page is where we get this page essentially. I think maybe we're misunderstanding each other. I'm not sure. The following no such method error, dirty state. The getter length was called on null. Receiver null, try following length. Widget creation tracking is currently disabled. Enabling it means main.dart. Okay, let's do this now. Print and then plus tasks dot to string. Just see if it even gets, if this is where it runs into something. Okay, so it seems like we don't get there, which is good, I think. Okay, let's remove that. Right now I'm just going to go through it and see, try to figure out kind of where everything goes wrong. In-tray page is where we want to go to. Get list, okay. Repository, nope, nope. All right, let's see if we get to that place. Hello, okay. So we do get in here, and that's could be, well, it is an issue in some way at least, because we're not getting past here. Because if we try to, let's try to print something here. Okay, so we're not getting past this from Json method. Okay, but do we get into that method at all? Maybe we should just print JSON dot toString. No data, okay. So we can print the JSON stuff, which looks like this, which is good, because that means, what can we do? Okay, let's just try to print JSON completed. Okay, false. So it does print false here, which means that we can access the stuff inside the JSON that we send. So that's really good. Now, I think there may be something that happens inside our models. So inside the task. All right, why don't we get past there? Task.fromJSON, that should work, I believe. User from JSON result data. All right, let's just do a try catch in here. So try this and then catch exception a print exception. Type int isn't of subtype string. There we go. Okay, so task ID, I believe it is. That is string, which should be int. Okay, run that again. key item.task ID. All right. So it prints an empty string again, or an empty list. Type int isn't of type string. Okay, where could that happen? ID, user ID. Those are the only two integers that I can find. So int task ID, ID. Note completed. Oh, okay. Completed. Title is string. Completed is bool. Task ID. Note. Type int is not of subtype string. All right, I'm restarting the app and we'll see what if that does any difference, makes any difference. Completed 0. All right, we're just waiting for this to restart. Okay, it still gives us a ton of errors. But instance of task. Okay, at least that means that we're getting a list of different tasks, which is good. Not sure why it doesn't display it though, but I guess that's something that we can find out. Okay, let's take a look at the in-tray page just to see why it wouldn't display them. Item.title. Task list does insert new index item. Okay. Task block. Future builder get list. Print no data. Oh. Okay, so what seems to be going wrong is just something here, I think, or maybe, I'm not sure. Okay. Build reorderable list. Okay. Children. Reorderable list view. Is this like item count? No, it doesn't have that. Okay. Task list dot length. Okay, so it seems like we don't get. So it says really no data, which is what we print up here. Oh. And then it prints 0, which is the length of the task list when we get into building the list of tasks here. And that means that we, at this point, when we get into the reorderable lists method, then the task list is equal to 0. But that is because we don't get any data here. So the snapshot has no data when we try to get the list. Why doesn't it have any data though? Task block.get user tasks. Block, user block. Get user tasks. Everything gets called the way that it should, and it kind of, it does give us because we can print, like this would be the last step, I guess. Here where we actually create the list of tasks, and then we return the tasks here. And if we're unable to return the tasks, then it should throw the exception here called failed to load post. Should say tasks. But it doesn't print that at any point in this when we run it, which means that it probably does succeed, and we tested this and it did succeed. So we know that we can get the tasks, but then for some reason at this point when we try to actually retrieve the tasks, there's something that breaks essentially. But what is it that breaks? I feel like the goal of this stream, just before we can actually finish it, is just to be able to actually display the tasks. Once we can do that, then I'm happy to just call it a day. But we want to get to the stage where we're actually displaying something to the user from the database. So that's the goal that we have to achieve before we can end today. Okay, so try checking your Listview Builder. I'll check that out, that link that you sent. Let's see, I hate pop-ups. Flutter, future builder with Listview Builder. What are future operations? Future get project details. If connection state. Okay, we're gonna copy that. I think I've seen that before, maybe. Not sure. It looks similar to something that I've seen at least. I believe that there's some sort of loading widget, wasn't there? So if this one, then return container, print project snapshot data is okay. Return column, okay. Wait a second. Okay, so in here we do that, right? But we don't need this. And then instead of project snap, it's going to be just snapshot. And then this is going to return this thing. Okay. So hopefully it works to just copy that like that and then enter this. Okay, so what do we need to do? We also need to set task list to be equal to snapshot dot data. Okay, let's run that. Okay, the getter length was called on null. Of course. But where was it called on null though? Okay, main.dart 5425. I'm just gonna see if that, yeah, okay, so that did remove all the errors. Nope. Okay, so there's for some reason we're just not able to get the data here. But why is it null? So when we're getting the list here, maybe we should just do, I don't know if this actually makes a difference. I don't think it should, but anything to make this work. Okay, that didn't change anything. Snapshot dot data dot length. Getter length was called on null. Okay, so it returns null for some reason here. Task block.getUser widget.api key. Okay. All right. Let's figure this out. Resources. Which way does it go? We call user this one. User block get user tasks. This one. So we should just keep printing this until we get to the point where it's not null, and then we try to figure out why it is null. Okay, so already here it's not null, but get user tasks. Well, I guess this doesn't really return anything. Okay, let's just print that to see kind of what, if we get something back here. Plus task dot to string plus okay, so we do get something here. But for some reason we can't get the list. Builder. What if we just do that? build reorder of the list. While all right, so you say something about tug 10 says something about shouldn't you try or be accessing the tasks through the stream endpoint instead of calling get user tasks. I'm not sure how to do that, to be honest. And like when I looked at, because this is essentially I've followed some tutorial, and what they showed was something was essentially what I've done with the user. And okay, let's open this link. How to handle state in Flutter using the block pattern. Okay, maybe we can try something like this. So switching all of this for a stream builder instead. And then go, what is it? Task block, right? Dot get tasks. Oh, we don't need to delete that quite yet. And then we'll go to user block, I think it was. We'll just remove the return. Like so. And we'll go to the in-tray page. Build reorderable lists, simple. Stream, initial data, context, return. Well, let's just do this for now, just to test it. Okay, does not seem to be working. This should then build reorderable lists, simple, context, task list. And then task list should be equal to snapshot.data. Okay. All right, data plus this. I'm just trying to figure out like where this is going wrong. Int is not of type substring. 0. Oh, why does this not work? Right, so I think the problem right now might be that we're using the wrong type of, or we're doing it the wrong way to start with. Because, or at least not the most easy way. It feels like this is a lot more difficult than it actually has to be, because what we can do is just get the data from the API, and then we can just display it to the user straight away. Right now we're just like, we're making it super complex by using the Flutter block pattern, or we're making it a little bit more complex at least, with the hope of having a little bit more structure to it. Like all that this does, like this folder here called resources and this folder called blocks, all these different files do is essentially provide a bit of structure to the project. So when the project gets even more advanced than what we're at right now, then it becomes a little bit easier to kind of keep track of everything, because you have separate files that take care of separate things. And if you just if you don't use something like this, then when the app gets bigger and bigger, it's going to get more and more difficult to kind of keep track of it. But that also means that for doing these sort of simple things, it gets, until you get like really good at it and you like know what you need to do and how to do the different things, it kind of becomes a little bit too difficult, or more difficult than what it's worth. So I think what I will have to do is just basically read up a little bit on the block pattern so that I know what I'm doing a little bit more for the next time. Because right now it feels like we're not going to get this to actually work. Even if we sit for another 2 hours, we're probably still going to have these kind of errors. So it's going to be better to just pause for now and then get back to it another day and try to make this actually work. This was like a really sucky session, but those sessions are sessions that happen, and it's like sometimes this is the reality. You just sit and you work on one single error for like two hours. I think we've been sitting now, and you don't end up actually solving it. And then usually the thing that you need to do is actually like read up on what it is you're trying to do, because right now I feel like I'm out of my depth. I'm working with these block patterns and I've essentially just followed a tutorial. I didn't read it properly. I just kind of did it and I got it to work. But now that I'm trying to make it even more advanced, I'm just getting lost, I guess, in what I'm doing. So I feel like it's going to be more worth it to just stop right now, read up on it for the next couple of days, and then come back to you guys tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday next week. And then hopefully I will have figured out kind of how to make this actually work, and I will be a little bit more well-read on the topic of using block pattern. And then we can get this to actually work and we can display it to the user. What I could do now is just parse this straight away from the API and then show it. But that is kind of a short-term fix. And it's not what we're gonna wanna have in the end. So it's better to just do it right from the start and put some effort into like reading this sort of stuff and trying to figure out how this actually works. So that's going to be it for this stream. I hope I'll see you in the next one, and that'll be on Monday again at, what is it, 2 p.m. my time, so Swedish time. I don't know if that is now what that time is now, because the time is like changed. But it's going to be 2 p.m. my time, Swedish time, so you can just Google Sweden time, and then you'll probably be able to figure out what time it's going to be in your country. Yeah, so sorry if this was like not super interesting to watch, but I wanted to share the entire process, everything, every line of code that I actually write on this app, I wanted to share live. So that kind of means that it's going to end up being like this sometimes. All right, that's it for today. I hope I'll see you tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week. All right, see you guys.